Howdy folks, I'm Scoryth, the Crimson Renegade. Welcome back to Final Fantasy VII. Last time I went through a lot of detailed tutorial information. I hope I didn't overload you guys with too much. I'll try to go into more detail about some of the things that I talked about as we progress throughout the game. One thing I may have noticed is the game volume. The music has been turned down a little bit more. I hope that helps you guys hear me a little bit better. I'll check again after this episode and make sure that it's low enough. I don't want to turn it completely off, otherwise it's going to be pretty boring just listening to just me. And there's going to be some points when I'm going through the dialogue, there's not really a whole lot I have to say. So, I guess we're ready to get started. Let's go ahead and we already jumped off the train here. Got our settings ready. Now you can see these two soldiers laying here. There are two potions we can get on this screen. You can either get both these potions from either of these soldiers or one from each. I know that sounds a little confusing. But I'm going to come over here to this guy here. You hit the OK button, receive potion. Now if I do it again, I'll receive another potion. You can only get two. Now, as I said, you can get one from each of these, or two from one or the other. If you click OK on this near soldier twice, you will not get a potion from the far soldier. The same is true the other way. If you go to the far soldier first, press OK on him twice, you get two potions, but you won't get another one if you come back to this guy. Or you can go one potion on this one, or one potion on that one. Either way, there's two potions on the screen, and that's how you can get them. Alright, again, move around, you use the, obviously the directional pad, you hold cancel to run. There's going to be some times when you won't want to hold cancel, you'll want to walk, but I'll tell you when you get to those points. Alright, let's move on up ahead here. And out through that door come our first two enemies, and we get into our first battle. You see our HP is here, 302 with 54 MP. These guys will do very little damage, so I have no time. I don't have a problem telling you guys what's going on here. Obviously, this is a battle, as I said. You see the top of the screen, machine gun. That's a skill. Whatever skills of the enemies or your allies, whenever your enemies or allies perform a skill. Slow down here. I'm getting a little excited ahead of myself. I'm playing Final Fantasy. I'm so happy. Skills will appear at the top of the screen. And obviously, for those who've played RPGs before, you see the number pop up over your allies and over the enemies. That's how much damage you've taken. That number is subtracted from your HP. If the number pops up green, that's how much healing they've received. And MP is used when you use magic, or skills. As you can see, we have attack, magic, and item abilities here, just as we saw on the status screen earlier. Now, if you go on any character screen, if you go left, you can go change, and that'll move them from the front row to the back row, or vice versa. If you go right, you can defend. What that does, that puts your defenses up, that puts you in kind of a guard stance, and for the next turn, your character will take less damage. We won't be doing that very often. Now, as you can see, the limit bar is now flashing, which means we've taken enough damage that we can unleash our limit ability. The limit ability replaces the attack command. So the downside to this is you will end up losing your ability to just do a standard attack. So if you don't want to waste your limit, you're gonna have to use magic or just stand by on turn. All right, let's go ahead and just show off on the first limit right here. Limit. When we have a 1 braver, we can pick our target. We'll pick this guy here. Let me go ahead and back up a second here and put this up here. Here we go. Use a limit skill. As you can see, we've got a little help bar up here now. Cast spell, use available item. Let's use a limit skill. Attacks one opponent braver. Let's attack this MPA. And we got our first Steam achievement, Unlocked Braver. There we go. These guys are really easy to kill. One hit will kill him. You know, this guy here, 38 damage, and he's done. That's why I do have to be able to kill them easily. It doesn't matter. That's why I went ahead and took the time to show this off. Showed off my first ability. Got another achievement, won first battle. Yay me. And as you notice that his health is name here and his health bar on the screen was turning yellow, which means they were getting into what was called critical health status, or near death status. And that probably would have been a status that was enabled in that status screen a while ago. So when your characters are in yellow, they're in near death status or critical health, just giving it's kind of a warning thing. Alright, after every battle, whether you, as long as you win the battle or at least escape the battle, as long as you don't lose the battle, in other words, you'll gain experience, which is the EXP that you see there, and AP, you get 4 points. I'll show off AP in just a little bit. Explaining AP now will be pointless. But experience is what EXP is, and that's familiar in every game. Experience increases your level. As you see, X-Soldier down here, experience, he has 610. He only needs 6 points to level up. And when you level up, all your stats are increased, obviously. So we gain our experience here. We'll go from level 6 to level 7, so let's level up. There we go, we leveled up. And then on the next screen, we gain any gil and items. We gained, I didn't see what the number was, but we gained a certain number of gil for killing enemies. And then if any enemies drop any items, such as potions, phoenix downs, and whatnot, it would appear at the bottom of the screen here under no items. We didn't get any items here, so I can't show that off, but you get the idea. Hit OK to continue. And we got our first 2 achievements. We used our first limit break, and we won our first battle, so go us. Alright, let's keep on through here. One other thing I want to point out is there's a like that bar that popped up on the screen a while ago that explained the information of the magic and the abilities and stuff. You can do that again on the field screen, which is what this is called. This is called the field screen. You press the assist button, which in my case is the back button, puts arrows on the screen. You see this is a red arrow over here. Red arrows like these show you the locations of exits. Most of the time, if you push the assist button, they'll appear on the screen. There are some exceptions, but for the most part, if you're lost or can't find the exit, that arrow is what you're looking for. And sometimes there'll also be a little hand arrow pointing over the main character's head, in this case, ex-soldier's head. You don't see it here, but sometimes it's there. If you see a green arrow like that one there, it's a ladder you can climb. So if you're ever lost, not really sure where to go, you can press that button and it'll help you guide you to a ladder or a door or something like that. You probably won't see me use that very often because I already know where to go, but if you're ever lost, at least you know how to do it. So let's go ahead and go through this door here. And now at this point we can actually go into some random battles. And back in that last screen, the only battle you would encounter is just those 2 soldiers. You could run around the field all you want and you'd never encounter anything. Here you can actually run into random battles, which for those of you who may be unfamiliar with the term random battle, you're walking around the screen and suddenly you'll just be launched into a battle. I guess I can show that off real quick. We'll just run around here a second real quick. I think we can really do here, we need to go up north this direction, up toward these guys up here, but I'm going to run around here just a second, kind of show off what a random battle is. There we go. See how just randomly the screen changed, we're now into a battle. Your HP continues with you throughout every battle, so if you're ever low on health, you want to make sure you heal up. Alright, and we'll attack this other thing here. I believe it's called a guard hound. Alright, before we do that, let's go ahead and show off magic here. We'll use magic, blizzard, use ice magic here, and boom, 90 damage, and kills it. And so we use a little MP there. So that's how magic works. As I said, HP rolls over to the next battle. You'll need to heal yourself between battle. And luckily we got a potion there, so I'm able to show this off. Here's how you use an item. As you go to the menu screen here, you see ex-soldier's HP is now 36 of 318. Obviously, he needs some healing. So to do that, we'll go to item. We're already under you. Immediately, whenever you go into item, it defaults to use, so it immediately puts you in the list of items. As you can see now, our item list has increased. We have 6 potions, 1 ether, and 1 phoenix down. Luckily, the description tells us what it does. The potions heal our HP by 100, ethers restore MP by 100, and phoenix downs restore life. So, what phoenix downs do, again, those who may not be familiar, when a character has reached 0 HP, they are essentially KO'd or dead, and they can only be healed with a phoenix down. That's the only way to restore them from death or KO, whatever you want to call it. We just need to use a potion here, so we use 1 potion on ex-soldier, even though we have 6 of them. Actually, we'll use a couple of them to get his health a little higher. There we go. 1, 2, there we go. Now, I don't want to bother maxing his health out. I don't need to. It's fine right now. So, there we go. Alright, how convenient that our first level up takes us to level 7 in a game called Final Fantasy VII. Alright, let's go up here, and this is where we need to go and talk to these guys. This guy's called Biggs. Okay, he's not yelling the word soldier or avalanche here. Those are just, they just like to capitalize every letter in those words. I never really know why, but apparently we used to be in a group called Soldier, and now we're in a group like Avalanche. Yeah, we used to be in Soldier, apparently. I was in Soldier. Yeah, we quit and we're now with Avalanche, that's right. He didn't catch our name. Alright, what is our name? Cloud. Well, surely they're not going to continue this trend and have other characters that are named after weather phenomena, right? Oh yeah, there's her and him. Well, what about characters named after water? Oh yeah. Well, what about characters named after a gemstone or a weapon? Oh yeah, there's her. Animal teeth? A Pac-Man sound? Well, surely, every character has a unique name, and not two names that are at least pronounced the same, right? Oh, right. Okay. I guess Cloud isn't such an unusual name after all. We'll take it. Cloud. Very detailed. Once this job's over, I'm out of here. Okay. Obviously, he's not very, he doesn't even care who these guys are. Okay. But you joined our group. Does that mean that you're now doing what... Never mind. Targets the North Mako Reactor. Now, I know in other Final Fantasy VII spin-offs they pronounce it Mako, but when I first read it, I read it as Mako, and that's how I'm going to read it. And for pretty much any of the names of anything in this game, the way I first pronounced it when I read it is how I'm going to pronounce it. So if it's read differently in other games, I apologize. Please don't correct me. I'm not going to change it. Apparently this guy doesn't trust us. But he's going to give us his name. How convenient. His name isn't so odd. This is Barrett. No spatial phenomenon or anything like that here. And he's telling us that something we already know about holding cancel button to run. And we get a nice little cutscene here. It zooms in on Cloud. And we take a look at the Mako Reactor as we pass through the gate. Alright, well we're now free to move our character around as we will. We're going to do random battles here as well. We need to go this way. Take a right over here. Go into this intruder sign. And follow these guys to the door. Okay, cross this bridge. Enter a random battle here. For the most part, I'll show off these random battles only if there's a new enemy, or the boss battles, or if there's like a different strategy to take on a certain enemy. Like in this case, you have this enemy here that's called let's say Monodrive. You see, he's in the back row. If I attack him, I only dealt 21 damage. Whereas now if I attack this MP in the front row, you see he's casting fire damage on me. So the MP here, I dealt 41 damage. So I pretty much doubled the damage because he's in the back row. Now that there are no enemies in the front row, essentially that Monodrive is no longer in the back row. So now we can attack him for full damage. 33. See there? So if you want to make sure you do maximum damage, you always want to attack the enemies in the front row first. Or if you have a long-ranged weapon or using magic, doesn't matter. But I'll be cutting out repeat battles against repeat enemies, unless there's, like I said, unless there's a new enemy on the screen or a new strategy for taking on a specific battle or a specific enemy type. Excuse me. All right, what you want to do here is you saw the guy go to the left over here. We don't want to follow him. We want to go north on this bridge and go in here. All right, we don't have any random battles here, I don't believe. So let's go up here and talk to this guy. Is this our first time in a reactor? Ah, so apparently he worked for Shinra. I guess Soldier and Shinra are some kind of conglomerate or something. They work together. Planet's full of Mako energy. People use it every day. Cloud doesn't seem to really care. It's the lifeblood of the planet, but Shinra keeps sucking the blood out with these weird machines. What, Mako is lifeblood of the planet? Okay. Again, Cloud does not care. And now Barrett is going to join our party. How's he going to do that? He's going to walk right into our main character. That's right. Barrett just merged with Cloud. That's exactly what I was about to say. I was trying to avoid any Dragon Ball Z references, but I just couldn't help it. Alright, you can tell he's in our party not because he just walked in the cloud, but also if you go to our menu. Hey, look, there he is. Now that we've got two characters in our party, I want to sort this a little bit. There we go. Like I said, I always like to keep the center part blank when I got two characters here. Barrett is a long-range character. His weapon is a long-range weapon. So let's take a look at his equipment first. Barrett has a weapon called the Gatling gun. Like I said, it's a long-range weapon. You can tell because it says long-range weapon. Therefore, whether he's in the front row or the back row, he will deal the same amount of damage to enemies, whether they're in the front row or back row. He has the same armor as Cloud, the bronze bangle, and no accessory. Don't worry about the slot and growth right now. I'll go over that a little bit later. There's nothing we can do with that right now. Let's take a look at his stats. He has strength of 18, dexterity of 9, vitality of 19, magic of 17, spirit and luck are 15. Let's see, how does that compare to Cloud? Let's shift around here. He got about the same strength as Cloud. His magic is much less than Cloud. Cloud's magic is 24, where Barrett's is only 17. Let's see, attack power. Their attack power is about the same. Cloud's a little bit more. Attack percentage is better with Barrett. Cloud has better magic attack. Probably double the fact of his magic stat as well. And they have about the same magic defense. So, also another thing you can look at here is you can see on the command bar in the middle of the screen here, you can see if we go to Barrett, the magic command is gone from his screen. He does not have access to magic right now. And again, we'll go over the reason for that a little bit later. Alright, he starts at level 6. As you can see, he's quite a ways away from getting his first level up. His limit level is about half. And let's take a look at his limits. I got the controller down there. Alright. His first level 1 ability is called Big Shot. And, no, I don't want to do that. No, I want to check it. Check. There we go. Attacks one opponent. Again, vague description. What Big Shot does is pretty much it's similar to Braver. It just powers up his main attack, and he does one big burst, big shot, obviously, for a pretty decent amount of damage. I don't really think there's much else I can show as far as his abilities. Already showed his equipment and stats, so alright, let's move on. Alright, we have to go through this door here. The only way to do that is to talk to this guy here. Each of these two here, this guy here is Biggs. This, probably can't really tell, but this is a girl. Her name is Jessie. Each of these two have have code access to these two different doors. In order to open this door, you have to talk to Biggs. Code deciphered, and the door opens. You can see they'll move to different positions. Now that Biggs is over here, Jessie is over here. You talk to her. Code deciphered, and she opens this door. Alright? Now we need to follow her, but before we do, we're going to go south here. And right over here, there's a box. These are the treasure chests of the game. We open it, we get a Phoenix down. So now we have 2. Let's go back up here. And go back up here to Jessie. And she'll open this door for us. And we follow her through. Push that button over there. See this little up and down arrow button? We need to press this. So go over here, face it, and press the OK button. Switch on. And we get a little conversation between Cloud and Barrett here. A little more exposition. Cloud still does not care. For security in the robo guards, huh? Obviously it doesn't make Barrett very happy. Alright. And the elevator comes to a stop. And then we follow Jessie out again. Pretty much what you want to do is pretty much following Jessie throughout the most of this part. Now at this point we can get into random battles, as you can see here. And then we have the awesome Final Fantasy VII battle music. Alright, we have new enemies here. We have a new enemy in the back. These two with mono drives in the front. The enemy in the back is called a First Ray. And since it's a machine, and all machines in this game are weak to, or especially weak to thunder magic. So I'm going to use thunder. Actually, I can just attack. I do nothing but attacks against all these guys. because early on this is all kind of tutorial area. All the enemies are pretty much one-shot hit, one-shot kills, so I could save my MP if I wanted to. But I wanted to show off that magic does extra damage to machines that essentially was a machine. Anyway, experience here. Let's move on. Keep following Jessie. Again, I'll be cutting out battles that are with repeat enemies. She'll go down the stairs and go through that door, somehow without opening it. And follow here. Go up here, the cloud will automatically jump across. Go over here and press OK to interact with Jessie. She'll say push OK in front of the ladder to grab onto it and use the directional button to climb up and down. Now remember how I said the assist button will help you out here? If you press the assist button now, you'll see the little arrow over Cloud's head, which it's upside down because the top of the screen's kind of close. But you see this green arrow over here shows you the location of a ladder. So you go over here, press OK, Cloud will jump onto the ladder, and now we can climb down. I'll turn off the assist because I don't really need it. And you come down here, you can see Jessie's down there at the bottom of the screen. She will just tell you to press OK in front of ladders again. You see this little blue thing in front of Cloud? Press OK in front of it, and you get a potion. Let's go down here. Let me see, how's our health doing? Cloud's a bit low. I'm going to give him that potion that we just used. There we go. Okay. Now go here to this ladder, press OK, and we go down. Now once you get to the bottom of the ladder, you can see that red arrow at the bottom of the screen. That's what you need to go for. So once you get to the bottom of the ladder, you're back in walking mode. Head down toward that arrow. Follow this pipe down here and around. Once you get to the end of that pipe there, Cloud will automatically jump over to the ladder. You don't have to press OK for that one. Follow this long-ass ladder all the way down. Go over here, and this is the save point. Once you click that, let me go jump back on, go back and go away. Go away from it, go back to it. You see this little box that pops up. Once you hear that little sound, you see that box there, that means you're interacting with the save point. So when you go into the menu, you see the save function is now enabled. So I'm going to save real quick and be right back. Alright, we're saved up, ready to go. Let's move on. We need to now head to this book. Got a battle here. Alright, we got a new enemy here. Go ahead and show this off. Oh, we got two enemies here. Enemies in the front are called grunts. Very unlike the ones from Halo. Kill these two guys off in the front row real quick. The enemy in the back row is called, I think it's either a sweeper or a custom sweeper. And they have a few attacks. One of them can actually inflict a status ailment on you. But again, it is a machine, so if you want to, feel free to cast Thunder on it for maximum damage. That's sweeper. There it is. And boom, 174, and it disintegrates. Finish this grunt off here. And there we go. That easy. As you can see, Barrett's attack is a little bit weaker than Cloud's. I think he attacked that grunt on the bottom row and didn't kill it right away, so he's a little bit weaker right now. Alright, let's keep on going down this way. What do we have here? Another battle? Oh, we're in the back row. Okay, there's something I'm going to show off here. Alright, let me pause here and try to explain what happened real quick. That happened kind of fast, so let me see if I can explain this. Now, what happened here, this is what's called a back attack. What this means is the enemies pretty much they ambushed you essentially. Your back was facing them. So what happens there is your time bars of your entire party will be emptied and have to refill before you can actually commit a command. But they're essentially the enemy's ATB bars are already filled and they can instantly attack. So that's kind of a dangerous thing. But also, there's a way you can actually prevent any major damage from happening. Anytime your character's backs are turned to the enemy, they will take extra damage. So to prevent that from happening, as soon as you see that you're in a back attack, tap the on my controller, which is the page up, page down button on the PC controls. I don't know exactly what they are for the PlayStation. I believe it's probably R1 and L1. But tap those quickly, and you'll turn your characters around. That's also how you can escape battle. If you hold the L1 or R1 or the page up, page down on the PC, your characters will start doing a running animation and try to escape the battle. In case it's overwhelming or you don't want to fight those enemies or whatnot, you can escape any battle that isn't event-driven, like boss battles. You can't escape any boss battle. But if you hold those down, you can run away. But also, in moments like back attacks, you can just tap those real quickly and your characters will turn around and face the enemy. That way, they won't take the extra damage from their backs facing the enemy. So that's a good thing to do. So let's go ahead and pause and get to this battle. These are the grunts that we saw earlier, so I'll go ahead and just show this off here just to explain the back attack thing. But also, there's one other thing to remember, that in back attacks, your rows are also switched. So when you're back attack, if all your characters are in the front row, when you turn around, your characters are now in the back row, which you may have noticed why Cloud didn't deal as much damage as he normally does, because when he turned around, he was essentially in the back row. So your characters are inverted. So let's say you have character 1 in the front row, character 3 in the front row, and character 2 in the back row. If you're back attack and you turn around, your 2 front row characters are now in the back row, and your back row character is now in the front, meaning they will take more damage. So you want to keep that in mind. So if your back row characters are one of your weaker characters you're trying to protect, in a back attack, they're going to be more vulnerable because they're turned around. So you want to keep that in mind. Alright, let's continue on here. Get on down here. We've now reached the reactor. What's that shiny thing in front of us? Let's go up to it and find out. Recede restore materia. Materia? Is that supposed to be material? No, it's materia. And I'll explain what that does in a little bit. Materia is a very important part of the game. Very important. Alright, now we picked that up. Let's move on up here. Barrett's going to stand over there. Alright. He wants us to set the bomb. Yeah, I mean, aren't you the leader of this group? I'm just, just ragtag character here. Okay, what could I pull at a reactor? I mean, anything I do here would do damage to the reactor. This is what you want, isn't it? Whatever. Fine, I'll do it. Uh-oh, what's going on now? This isn't just a reactor. What else could it be then? You're not going to tell us right now, are you? Of course not. That's for later. What's wrong? I don't know, I got a headache. I really hate that noise, by the way. It really just grates in my head. I can tolerate the song Nephilim because at least it's got a different tone. That one loud beep is a real pain in the ass. Or in the head, in this case. Alright. Yeah, I'm not in control of Cloud at this point. He walks over to the reactor on his own, sets the bomb. Uh-oh, alarms. What has happened? Heads up, here it comes. Our first boss battle. Against a giant robotic scorpion. Alright, this guy is called the Guard Scorpion, of course. What is it? What is there? Yeah, we won't see another giant robot after getting off a train. Okay, I guess this is a machine. You want to use thunder magic with Cloud to deal the most damage possible. Pretty much what you can do with Barrett, just attack. And what he's going to do is, you saw there, you saw that little I forgot what he called it, a scope of some kind, a little light that went around Cloud or Barrett. Search scope, that's what it's called. That's letting you know that which enemy he's about to attack. In this case, it's about to be Barrett. You can see the scope itself doesn't do any damage, but that just tells you what he's about to do. He's locked on target. So on his next turn, he's going to attack Barrett. Not all enemies do this, believe me. This is actually the last enemy that actually gives you the heads up on which one he's about to attack. I use his rifle there. We'll continue to use thunder magic. That's the most damage dealing we can do. Barrett's limit break is now filled, so on his next turn, we're going to use Big Shot. And here it goes. We got another achievement for using Barrett's limit break, Big Shot. Kaboom! 109 damage. Very nice. Alright, now on this turn, he's going to lift up his tail. There's going to be some dialogue here. Cloud will say, Barrett, be careful. Attack while its tail's up. It's going to counterattack with its laser. Essentially what it's telling you is, while its tail's up, any attack you commit, it will counterattack with a very powerful laser. Shouldn't really kill you right away, but it will deal a lot of damage. If you want to use your limit breaks a lot, it's a good way to kind of initialize them, but I wouldn't do that in this battle. There's easier ways to actually get your limit breaks up a little faster. So he's going to continue attacking with Thunder. Anytime you get limit breaks, go ahead and unleash him. And then he'll go back to using Search Scope. Just keep having your characters attack. Keep having Barrett just to do a simple attack. Keep casting Thunder with Cloud. Anytime he gets limit breaks, go ahead and unleash him. Which Cloud should get one here, or he's attacking Barrett first. see how much his limit bar filled because of how much damage he took? The more damage you take in relation to your HP, the bigger your limit bar will go. And with that, he flashes and disappears, and we've beaten our first boss. Woohoo! One scorpion down. And for that, we get 100 experience points, which will level up both of our characters here. And we get an assault gun, which is a new weapon for Barrett. Now we need to get the hell out of here. 10 minutes detonation. We're going to 10-minute timer up there. I'm going to take a moment here to go ahead and equip that new weapon. Believe me, I've got plenty of time to get out of here. I could walk out of here and still have plenty of time. Let's go ahead and equip that new weapon. Go to Barrett, weapon Gatling gun, assault gun, and as you can see it increases the attack to 17 and attack percentage to 98. So we'll take that and move on. Now let's get out of here. So we'll go this way. Pretty much just backtrack the way you came. The timer will count down, even inside random battles. So go ahead and throw on a save real quick and I'll be right back. And the timer continues to go, by the way, while you're in a menu, so don't spend too much time in the menu. Don't think it's like that menu's like a pause menu or anything. It's not. So on your way out, just pretty much go back the way you came, follow the pipe around. Again, you can get into random battles, as you see here, and the timer will continue. Luckily, it stays on the screen for you. Alright, we see these guys, so I'll just go ahead and skip this battle. I'll be right back. During that battle, I actually used Cloud's limit break again. Don't be afraid to use your limit breaks, even in an early area like this, because the more you use them, like I said, the quicker you'll unlock the next limit break. Alright, as you can see, Jessie's kind of in a predicament down here. We need to interact with her. And apparently she got her leg stuck. I don't know how, but she did. Now, you have to come down here and do this, and I'll show you why up here in just a second. Now, as we've freed her, we follow her again. Take the ladder, follow her out of here. And once she goes out of the screen here, we won't see her again. So pretty much we just need to backtrack the way we came in. Go out the ladder here. Back under here and up here. Hang right and left into the elevator. Take the elevator back up. All you gotta do is just interact with the button. It automatically takes you where you need to go. You don't have to like press the button or know what floor to go to. Alright, there we go out. Now, at this point, you see Jessie and Big standing here. These doors down here are closed again. If you did not rescue Jessie, you'll have to go back and get her because she has access to the door. She won't be able to open the door if she's not here. So talk to her. Code deciphered. Talk to Biggs. Code deciphered. And then follow them out the door. And even though we have a battle here, I'll go ahead and show this battle real quick just so I know to explain something. Just like you got back attack, you can also ambush the enemy. It's called a preemptive attack, and the same rules apply. You will actually, the enemies will be turned around with their backs facing you and have their ATB bars emptied while your ATB bars will be filled, and you can do extra damage and attack right away. There's also one other type of battle called a side battle, and I'll show that off here in just a little bit. Alright. Now we follow them out. Once we get out here, even though we have 6 minutes left on the clock, we're completely now watching a cutscene. All the movements are automated. Jessie trips and falls. And even though we have 6 minutes left on the clock, suddenly there goes the explosion. That was a quick 6 minutes to get across that bridge. That was a big explosion too. There's the entire city that we're in, and even though they have yet to name it. Barrett, captain of the Ellipses. Why? What do we need to get back from? Holy crap! What's with the explosion? What did you do? Why is the building on fire? Well, his ass is on fire. Little comic relief there. Split up and get on the train. Okay. Hey, wait a minute. What about me? Fine, you're going to pay me now. Alright, we're back in Control the Cloud. We need to follow where Barrett went. And we'll do that in the next episode of Final Fantasy VII. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. I'll check the audio one more time, make sure the music and everything is low enough that you guys can still hear me. So if there's another audio change in the next episode, at least you'll know why. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Scoryth. Scoryth of the Crimson Renegades. Still use the old style. I'll see you later.